Went on a date. Normally, dating within my age group, a lot of men don't do dates. So y'all ought to know that this guy was a little bit older. He wasn't too much older than me. He's like maybe a little bit under 10 years older than me, around about 7, 8, maybe 9 years older than me. Either way it goes. He was a nice, handsome guy. He was sweet, and he asked me out on a date. So I said yes. So we ended up going on a date. So y'all, as we are on this date, we get to talking about dogs. I don't know how the conversation led to us talking about animals, but he ended up showing me a picture of his dog, right? I personally don't have a dog, but I live with one. My sister has a dog. And so I was talking about my dog nephew, the book. So yeah, he was telling me about his dog. So keep in mind, y'all, I'm drinking wine at the table. As I'm drinking wine, y'all, I'm getting tipsy. Every sip I take, I'm getting more and more tipsy. Tell me, y'all, we still talking about dogs at the table. As I'm getting tipsy,
Watching Charles in Charge. Where you got the same name same name I got. What's up, Charles in Charge? Reacts. Check out his channel, guys. Let's get back into it.
my intrusive thoughts won, y'all. Oh my God. Don't judge me. I don't want to hear it. Don't judge me. So y'all, my intrusive thought was to bark at the table like a goddamn dog. And that's what I did. And I didn't do just no any bark. I didn't do like no little. I did a woo at the table. So y'all, I'm sitting at the table flabbergasted. Meanwhile, my date is like, y'all, tell me, hell no.
Oh, man. She out here barking like a dog on the first date. Then wondering why the men her age don't want to take her out. I mean, the way she telling this story, he just didn't see what they probably saw. I don't know.
Hell no. Oh, hell no. Hell no. I'm over here confused because I'm like, I know I just had an outburst or whatever, but why he just going hell no, and not saying that? Like, why you just keep on just saying hell no? Like, I apologize. I'm over here trying to explain myself. I apologize for my outburst, but
You ruined the day.
why are you saying hell no, sir? Y'all, tell me why. He said, I'm glad you had the outburst. I know a nickel's voice when I hear it. Y'all. Y'all, I immediately went, no, wait. No. I'm still trying to explain to him. I'm like, no, sir, I'm not a dude, sir. Wait. Y'all, when I say that man was not trying to hear it at all, he was not trying to hear nothing I was trying to say. He was not trying to hear me out whatsoever. So, y'all, I'm over here still trying to explain myself. I done offered to show him my ID. I done offered to show him a baby picture of me. He still was not like, nah. He was like, no.
Hey. Playing games.
So, moral of the story, ladies, if you go on a date, make sure you are in your feminine era, okay? Because any indication of masculinity, they're going to swear up and down you're a transgender.
With everything going on nowadays, with surgeries, transplants, transformations, transformers, you can't take them chances if you're a man and you're not trying to end up on the wrong side of the pillow. You're not taking them chances. Not. There's been stories of men who done transformed into, women and talk about how they don't tell men right away. They wait to actually tell a man, and only if they like him. That's just something that who's not into that, that'd be like your worst nightmare come true because you don't want no parts of that.
I have 2 degrees, a bachelor's of science in criminal justice and a master's degree of science in criminal justice. If there's one thing I can advise you to do not go to school. Do not get your bachelor's, do not get your master's, unless you just have the money to do so and you just want to do it, or unless it's in a field that is lucrative to society, that is going to contribute to society, doctor, lawyer, things like that. Do not waste your time, your money, your efforts going to get a degree. Now, as a black woman, does it feel nice to have a master's degree? Yes, it does. It does. It sounds nice. Yeah, she got a master's. But what am I doing? I'm working from home doing customer support. I'm blessed and highly favored. Always, thank you, Jesus. But what I'm saying is, to the plot, for me to go back to school and I'm in hella debt.
She kind of cuckoo. You can kind of tell she kind of off. Like she was getting ready to fake cry, but then she stopped, and then she's happy again. You can tell she's a little bit off, but she makes some sense though. You can tell she kind of crazy as cat shit. Let's get back into it.
Because I didn't wake up sooner. My consciousness wasn't woke at the time. So, I went back to school. Because I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to school and I'm gonna make more money afterwards. I'm gonna get a job that's gonna pay me so much money and $20. Amen, Jesus. Amen. Thank you. Because I could be making $0. Thank you. But now I'm in hella debt. They keep calling me, where's my money? I said, I don't know. Go find it. Go find it elsewhere because I don't got it for you. I really don't got it for you. So I say all this to say, be mindful of what you do. If you're going to go back to school, make sure that it's going to contribute to society. Parents, stop telling your kids to go to school if they don't have a clear vision of what they want to do. Stop it. Halt. Stop.
This is the story of a lot of millennials, especially, who were sold this idea that, yeah, go to college, go ahead, get your degree, go get you a 4-year degree, and you're going to come out of school and you're going to be making some money. But the part they didn't tell you was that wasn't really the whole truth, and you still need experience. And on top of that, it depends on obviously what you got your degree in, because there's a lot of useless degrees out there that people end up getting because they're going off of a subject that they like or something that they're just interested or passionate in doing, but it's really not no real money in you pursuing it. If you're not going for a lawyer, doctor, one of the STEM fields, then college probably wasn't even, something that a lot of people didn't really need to do.
Computer engineer jobs. Everybody keep going for computing engineers. So many computing engineers vying for those few positions that are out there for computer engineers. You know what I'm saying? You get, if I would have learned, I would have got a trade like being like an electrician. I know a lady whose brother was an electrician, and he banking, dog. He making at least $200,000 or more a year. He banking.
And unfortunately, a lot of people end up doing it and coming out the other end with a 4-year piece of paper and a crap load of debt.
Outside is only dangerous because of men, which is true. Statistically, violence, men.
That isn't true. Let's get to the root cause of things. Manipulation happens when you focus on the effects and you don't go to the cause. So the root of it is that without a man and you were just here, you would have been eaten by a lion, a tiger, and bear. And guess what? If the lions and tigers and bears didn't get you, you wouldn't have the ability to gather enough calories for you to last. Because a woman can't manipulate the world how a man can. So let me explain to you how a world would operate with only women and only men. When men get together, we know, oh, he's stronger here, he has this skill here, he got this. Let the best person work this skill, and that creates a hierarchy from top down. When a woman get together, what you think about, you're all emotional. So you're tiptoeing all the time, and you're looking at the sensitivity levels in this woman and that woman because you know that you are sensitive. So what you do is you start looking at everything in an egalitarian sense to equalize everything. You get two, you get two, you get two, you get two. The men don't operate like that. Did you do enough to get two? If you ain't do enough, you're not getting to. You get 0. Put in that work and then you get that. This is why on the Survival series, men, they was cleaning water fast, building fires fast, because they created that hierarchy. They put the best person in position first. The women, they was trying to do everything equal and by committee, so they couldn't create any order and any structure. The world wouldn't be safer without men. Nature killed more people than any wars and anything you could never imagine. And men, we built infrastructure to protect the woman from nature.
It doesn't make sense for a lot of women to go 50-50, and I'll use me as an example. I live in a studio apartment in Central Phoenix. I pay about $13.50 a month, and that includes utilities, taxes, rent, all that jazz. The only thing it doesn't include is electricity and Wi-Fi. If I find a guy I really fuck with and I really like, and we move in together, we would have to get at least a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartment. Now you're like, why do you need a 2-bed, 2-bath? If you've ever lived with a man, if you had brothers, a dad, you know that you want your own bathroom. Plus,
Really? Hold up. That's her reason?
You want bigger
I have a lot of curly hair.
You want to have bigger space. I do agree with her on that, because when I was sharing a bathroom with a woman, it's annoying, dude. Especially when they be doing their hair and shit.
I don't want no one rushing me in the bathroom when it's hair day. And also, I work from home, so I would need an office. Since I live in a studio and I live alone, it works for me now because I'm the only one here. But if I move in with somebody, I would need my own office. Now, a 2-bed, 2-bath is going to range you from like $2,000 to $2,500. I think my friends that live in a 2-bed, 2-bath, they pay like $2,200, $2,300 right now. But we'll say for shits and gigs, $2,000. I don't know who's finding a 2-bed, 2-bath for $2,000, but for this scenario, we'll just say $2,000. Split that in half, that's $1,000 a piece. So that would save me about $350 a month. We're going to put that aside, and I'm going to tell you why that $350 is not even worth it. Let's move on to electricity. I pay no more than like $75, $80 a month for my electricity, and that's really only in the summer. In the winters, I pay like $30 a month for my electricity because, again, I live in a studio and I have to cool a smaller space so it's less energy. If I move in with a 2-bed, 2-bath with a man, that's already having to cool and heat a bigger space, which is ultimately going to double my electricity bill. Like, I have friends that live in a 2-bed, 2-bath, and I live in Arizona. They pay like $300 a month for their electricity. So going off of that, split that in half, that's $150 a piece. That's already double than what I'm paying for my electricity at home in my studio. So that $300, $350 I was saving for rent, it's more like $200 now. Let's move on to Wi-Fi. I only have my phone and my work laptop that run 24/7 that I need for Wi-Fi. And then I have a Roomba and a projector, but they're not running 24/7, but they do go off of Wi-Fi. So I don't need the highest, fastest, most streaming, full Wi-Fi out there. I get the cheapest Wi-Fi, which is $50 a month. If I move in with somebody else, they're going to have their devices also. He might be a gamer too. He might need really good Wi-Fi. That's going to be well over $100. But for shits and gigs, let's just say it's $100. Split that in half, that's $50. I'm already paying that now, so I'm not saving any money in Wi-Fi. So in reality, I'm really only saving $200 a month. And there's a fucking man in my face every day. It's not worth it. The math doesn't math. Like, these men try to convince you that, like, oh, like, even if you go 50-50, like, you're going to be saving a bunch of money. But in reality, you're not. Because you have to ultimately move into a bigger space. And it's going to be more for electricity, more for Wi-Fi. And I still have to pay, like, my phone bill and my car. So, in reality, it does not benefit me to move in with a man unless he's paying majority of the bills. And if you come to me and you're like, Zena, no, there's a way that I can save you like $600, $700 if you move in with me. If that's the case, then why wouldn't I just get a roommate if that was the case? Because with a roommate, it's like no strings attached. I'll have my own room. I can put like my office stuff and my desk in my room. I wouldn't feel obligated.
You do all that just to say that you just want to be single. Just say you just want to be single. You ain't got to go all through this whole thing. I'd rather be single because it's cheaper. That's all you gotta say. Shit, you gotta go through this whole campaign and shit. Just say what you say, mean what you mean. One thing leads to another.
Obligated to hang out with my roommate. I wouldn't feel obligated to do anything because they're my roommate and there's no strings attached. So for me, personally, it does not financially or logically make sense for me to move in with a man and go 50-50. And that's why I never will.
I mean, same thing we hear a lot. But all it really sounds like to me is, if you broke, just say you broke. All this doing the math, talking about how it's going to add up and half of this and part of that, just sound like you broke. It really just sounds like you two broke. That's what it really sounds like. And you want a man to come in, swoop in, and cover all the bills so that way you don't have to worry about him. In exchange for him being able to have access and be in a relationship with you, you're expecting him to pay all your bills. Basically looking...
Right, pretty much. That's it. But yeah, this is Charles and Charles React. Check out his channel, man. He has really good reactions. He has over 134,000 subscribers. Let's go ahead and look at. I had to read the comments. Let's check out some of his comments he got on here. This is his channel. Support some of his merch. Big as a horse and barking like a dog too. Why does it take forever for a female to tell a story? Exactly. I was saying the same thing. You could have just came and you could have said that in like a paragraph. What idiot thought they could walk out of school and walk into a $300,000 job? You have to eat shit for a few years and work your way up the ladder. That's just how life works. We live in era where people aren't satisfied with working hard to achieve something. They want instant gratification. I agree with that. I don't blame him either. You don't know a deception who's a deception nowadays. First video, she needs to stop drinking. Period. Right. If she barking like a dog, all these criminal justice degrees, like they want to be Batman. Moral of the story: don't bark on a date, mofo. The first woman should probably see a mental health professional. The last lady saying she would only be saving $200 by going 50-50. Maybe it's just me, but having an extra $200 is great to me. Uh, this last girl is crazy. She's not thinking about having a family. She's just thinking of money. She's the type to marry, have the kids, to get divorced for the payout. Right, exactly. First chick, Arrested Development, brain cells lost. At Q, the God says, in DC, I pay 2,000. I pay 2,200 for a studio. If you are complaining about going 50-50 on a 2-bedroom for 2,000, you are broke, baby. She can't hold her liquor. Nothing is wrong with being educated, but don't get a degree without knowing what you want to do with it. As a IT professional of 10 plus years, don't get a master's unless your job pays for this. Nothing wrong with a white collar job. If my son says hey, I want to be a plumber, I would pay for his training, but his tools and buy his tools and front his business. When you realize these guys make what? Bank just doing the smallest things, why not push your child into those fields? Yeah, exactly. Like being a plumber. Like I said, I know an electrician that make bank. Cause don't nobody want to do it. They make good ass money. You know. That's one big ass head. The last woman is right on no 50-50. She is the one who needs her own bathroom and the office. She should pay 60 to 65% of the rent. Right, exactly. If she need an extra bathroom and she gonna have she gonna turn the extra bedroom into the office and all I got is one room and she got both rooms. That's crazy. Coming to America, bark like a dog. Okay, the girl that doesn't want to go 50-50 sounds stupid. Half of 2,000 is a band. Half of $350 is 175. Half of 50 is 25. Add that together, and it's only 1,200 if you went 50-50 with the man. She said it's not worth it. Make it make sense. Yeah, the math ain't mathin', as Shiraji would say. Anyway, what y'all think about this video, man? Leave your comments and subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up button.